Jamil, what do you think is the biggest change that universities have faced since 1988 when the first Magna Carta was signed?
Well, I guess it's what we've been experiencing for the last 14 months is the pandemic. If you think about the history of 1,000 years of higher education, of universities, we've had slow evolution, we've had major disruptions like World War II, but I don't think that worldwide we've seen such a thorough and harsh disruption that beyond this pandemic that we have all experienced.
Looking towards the future after COVID, what's the next big challenge for universities?
Accept the unbundling of the education process. Before, everything was concentrated within a university and basically in the hands of the one teacher who, like the captain of a ship, was the only master within the big chief within the classroom, except for God above us. I think, look, we're using Zoom today, which didn't exist in our life a year ago. We have edtechs, we have boot camps, we have online proctoring companies, we have so many new participants or providers of pieces of the education process. I think that's going to be a major change, and we're going to have to see new alliances, new partnerships, new ways of working together. Two more points I would like to add. One, again, at the root of COVID, we've seen how universities have really shown the best of themselves in terms of solidarity, in terms of research, in terms of contributing to the public policy debate. Think about countries like Brazil or even the US to some extent, where there was a denial of the pandemic. And I think university leaders have been at the forefront of pushing scientific evidence as something important. In the past 20 years, a new phenomenon that I had not mentioned was the rankings that have so much influence on the higher education scene. Rankings insisting on the research output and very often for the sake of publishing, not thinking about the impact of this research. And I think that that's linked to the philosophy of the Magna Carta is that we need to think about fundamental missions of universities that go beyond just publishing in famous scientific journals. The pursuit of truth, pursuit of equity that I mentioned earlier, the impacts on the environment, so the whole sustainability and the SDG, Sustainability Development Goals, have also to be taken into consideration as new dimensions, or they are not new, but I think we should renew the emphasis on these dimensions when we think about the future contribution of universities.
Why do you think it's important for universities to sign the Magna Carta 2020?
The world had been changing in the past 20 years, and universities somehow are very conservative institutions, very resistant to change. And then with the accelerator that COVID has been, we are asking many important questions, and I think the Magna Carta, the new version, it comes at the perfect moment to push universities to reassess their mission in our world.